My name is Engineer Zed. Knowledge online lecturer for this course. Alright. Um, what we have is advanced oil and gas, OGM 405, facility management, maintenance, facility management and maintenance. In the oil and gas industry, um, all and the lot of facilities, usually whether constructed or installed or put together. Uh, Hello, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can all hear me. Um, sorry, there seems to have been some background. All right, so I'll go on if you can hear me.
Better, you can.
Okay, thanks. Um, my name is Engineer Manuel, who said the lecturer for this course, facility management and maintenance. That's under advanced oil and gas management, OGM 405. Um, by the grace of God, we'll be looking exclusively at this area, facility management and maintenance. So this class is going to be more of an introduction. In the subsequent class, we're going to go further in this area. With that as it may, some assignments will also be given to you in the course of this program. So, or this one. So, please do well to ensure you take this period of the lockdown or the pandemic. Many of us are home and have enough time to release, and we should be able to create time in order to look into some of these things, especially as audit. We should get enough time for that. Thank you. All right. Um, I was saying, as I was saying earlier, facility management in the oil and gas industry is called as everybody a lot of facilities are put in place, not just oil and gas industry, even people across other fields of study or other fields of industry. We have been in real estate, in medical field, and all the rest of it. We have a lot of facilities. Even with this current pandemic, a lot of us must have heard of isolation centers being created. So the listening facility being converted to other purposes. That is a lot of management that will also have to come in place and come into play, especially when the facility that is not for a particular purpose is now being converted to a purpose that's different from what it was originally designed for, like a stadium being converted to an simulation center or a hotel being converted to a simulation center. No, a lot of management needs to be put in place. So, what do we mean by facility management in the oil and gas industry? What a lot of oil and gas facilities take place. Refineries, that are structured. Too many of us are on our factory. The process is going on right now after all was going on before now. At the Dangote refinery, like for those who are within the western part of Nigeria or southwest, so you'll be very familiar with that development. and in other areas too. Oil companies, before oil and gas companies, they need to construct or set up or install certain facilities to suit the kind of operation that they are engaged in. So to suit the kind of operations that they go into, how do you describe facilities and then facility management as an interdisciplinary field devoted to the coordination of some factors. What are these major factors? Faith, space, infrastructure, people, organization are often associated with the administration of office blocks, arenas, schools, sporting events, or what have you. But in this case, for oil and gas, it will be specific to oil and gas operations. Okay? So from that definition, something is over. So there are different factors that need to be put in place when we're talking about facility management. One of them is space, another is what the infrastructure. We have people and organization. Space, infrastructure, people, and organization. Facility management is a profession that encompasses multiple disciplines. Setting because take up a, let me use the practical example in the oil and gas industry. Um, maybe you're trying to set up a you're trying to set up a processing plant, for instance. So, or yeah, let's use a processing plant, a processing station. The processing station is the station where food from the shores, from from the from the reef and channels to the processing stations from the refinery, so that some level of separation will be or processing will be carried out on the crude oil or on the product, especially crude oil. Now, what happens is we have to take away um, the hydrates, we have to take away the the water content, the sulfur content, and the rest of it. So we have to do some separation. So what happens? We need to set up a facility. In setting up such facility, we will be installing equipment. These equipment are metallic um, equipment. Most of them are fabricated. Some are bought as they are, for instance, valves and pumps. Those ones are purchased with um, their made and then installed. But the pipes or the pipelines, the separators, the knockout vessels and the rest of them, those are going to be fabricated, will be fabricated by people. Now, some things will also be fabricated. The pipes will not just lie on the floor. So they are going to be also welded or fabricated too. Or if they are going to be metallic pipes, that will be done by welder. But look at it. There are some pipes and pipes of that will also be made of concrete. So it means that civil engineers will also be involved in the installation. But what is the main purpose? We want to set up a processing facility plan. So in doing that, different fields of studies or of industrial profession will be involved. Now we are bringing in the civil engineer. What is the civil engineer coming to do? The civil engineer will have to take care of all the civil construction work that will be done in that location. Even before then, we would have brought in the surveyor. Now, what the surveyor also comes with? The surveyor is going to be involved in in taking measurements, in surveying the whole facility, making out coordinates and points and all that, taking um, different points and locations and giving exact, precise, very accurate results. A lot will also be dependent on it. So it's like the five fingers, several disciplines that are involved in facility management in the oil and gas industry. clarifying that actually um, no one can just function alone. That's it. They all need each other to function as a hand or as a palm. That's how it looks like. So in facility management, it encompasses multiple disciplines. Now, this is in the oil and gas industry, but we are bringing in surveyor, we are bringing in welders, we are bringing in civil engineer, we are bringing in even some other professionals, some maybe design engineer, those who they might not even do anything, but they'll be responsible for the front end engineering design of that facility before we now look at the people who are now that is a project on its own. So most facility management, even that's another thing that needs to be looked at. Facility management comes up after project management. However, in the course of facility management, you can also have project management. You can also have project management running and machine because some projects could also come up in the course of managing facility. It's worthy of note. So back to what we were saying, that facility management is a profession which focuses on multiple disciplines to ensure functionality of the built environment by integrating people, place, process, and technology. That's the definition of the International Facility Management Association, which is the definition that is uh, taking into cognizance when we're talking about facility management. As I said, we're doing an overview of this course. So please just follow through, and I believe you can also see my screen over there. Now look at what this explains here. In facility management, even in the oil and gas industry, in the medical industry, in any field that you may find yourself, you discover that facility management as it were always involves several disciplines. We need to put people, remember that, place, process, and technology. Integrate them. You need to put them together. So there needs to be a smooth integration of what people, place, process, and what technology. Now look at this illustration here. That facility management here. But we have some other, this is not the coronavirus logo. Okay? It looks very similar to it anyway. Alright, so that's on the right hand. The facility management. We have cleaning services. Yes. In every facility, they need to be the janitor or the janitor service, that's the cleaning service. We will need that. In the same facility, we are going to have security services. Yes. Whether it is buildings, whether it is a floor station, whether it is a school, whether it is a hospital, whether it's a makeshift accommodation or whatever kind of facility that you can think of, there will always be other disciplines that will come into place. As you can see here, you will need security, definitely. You will also need catering service because human, the people are going to be carrying out several activities or operations within such facilities. So we are going to have what catering services going on there. They will need to eat, they will need to refer, so to say, you know. Then we have property services too. And support services, other kinds of support. You have some people that will have to run around, you have some people that have to handle some kind of you have the aspect where logistics needs to be considered and a lot of other operations that could come in when we're looking at what facility management. Now this is what all each of those disciplines, this is just an example. It's not limited to this anyway, but it's more like somewhere different disciplines that could be integrated. Now you have under the security association, physical security service. Yes, that's the physical personnel using armed security and police officers or military corporate security or even vigilante or something like in some areas within Southwest where the images of OTC. And many people believe that the OTC security is even more secure. Some people use some other diabolical security measures, and a lot of people fear that more. than, they fear, especially in this part of the world, they fear more diabolical security than um, even armed security. Okay, we also have surveillance, and either remotely or physically. Physically will mean movement around by individuals, maybe with a kind of vehicle to carry out surveillance or security. But remotely will involve the use of IP cameras or CCTV on closed circuit television where you can see them easily. I will have a lot of development in that area of technology too. Then we have technical information, emergency management, and the rest. In case of any emergency in such facility, they need to do an arrangement, a management system for that. All this fall under the security. They will have the cleaning, the daily cleaning, period cleaning, semester cleaning, monthly or what have you, special training service. They have different aspects. For the support, from the front and back office, from the front desk, the back office, those that do the lot of activities that are not usually seen, but they are running them at the back. For instance, um, right now, some of us may not be, or some people working in some offices may not go into the office. But there are some people that their duties are seen as essential duties. Some are like the back end ICT management of some organizations, like banks, for instance. Many of them still have to go to work. They cannot just work at home because the server for the banking system is in the office or at the headquarters or at some certain locations where control needs to be made from. So you can't do that from the house. You have to do that at home. Those are essential issues. You understand? Those are like back end um, office. Then you have welfare facilities, labor, and the rest. Then you also have the same. You also have the case for catering, whether they are contract catering and the rest as earlier explained. And for property services, we have that as you can see. Now, what are the core competencies of facility management? For the facility manager, they have some certain competencies that are required of every facility manager of a facility management. Number one is communication. Communication is very key. Should be able to properly disseminate information to both colleagues, clients, and even to anybody that could be affected by the operation of such facility. It is very key. It is very key. Proper communication is within and outside such facility. However, there is some information also that needs to be managed. Not all in terms of communication, not all information should be conveyed. So if I put manager, which information is also to be decimated, which information is what classified and things like that. You don't just give out every form of information. Usually like case of the child that or I say the guy has gone out. Where did he go to? Come in, let me go and ask him. Alright. So as I'm saying, there are that's on the right hand side. Now we have other core competencies, the human factor. The human factor, operations and maintenance. Operations and maintenance, that is very critical. Maintenance is there's a thin line between maintenance and facility management and maintenance. In fact, they go hand in hand because every of these operations, every of the activities that is carried out in the course of facility management has an influence on the maintenance structure of such management. We've seen a lot of facilities even in Nigeria that are poorly managed. When we say they are poorly managed, it's the the results we are getting from the type of maintenance management that makes us say, oh, this facility is what? Poorly managed. We've had a lot of them, especially facilities that belong to the government. It's discovered after a while, it starts failing out. Take the national stadiums, take the stadiums for instance, especially the national stadiums. Because it's government, nobody's really held accountable. There's taking full responsibility of it. And you see that facilities that have cost large sums of money begin to deteriorate. The same thing happens with most of our roads. So of the quality of of what has been put into the kind of service that has been rendered, the kind of projects that have been run, the quality of the service also matters a lot because it has a great feel of how um, how durable such facility, the lifespan rather of such facility. The quality is very important. Business and finance, really leadership and strategy too. Leadership and strategy. It's also worthy of note that there are two basic kind of management. Three actually, but divided into two in terms of management. You have strategic management and you have the operational management. The strategic could also be strategic tactical. Then you have the operational. Now, what do I mean by these two types of management? The strategic management are the kind of management which is direction of the infrastructure. It's the kind of management that would involve the planning, setting out tactics, strategy to implement the activities or to execute activities as regards that facility. You understand that? So those are those are probably those kind of managers you see them more of as office people, office management, office top management most times are usually more of strategic or strategic tactical kind of management. Then you have the operational management. The operational management is the ones that involved directly in the execution. When I mean directly, not ignoring the strategic part, but the what you call the field or the uh, exec- executives, the operational executives. These are often again you see there's an MD, there's an ED, some will have a chief operation officer or operation manager. You understand? The MD or the operation manager would have to go into follow up to detail to the last point of every operation, every activity that is going on such facilities or all the facilities. While the managing director may and why he not gives such information to managing director, whenever they move to the strategic planning and execution, the managing director will look at the strategic management and involved in that. Okay, so I have the other line of duty running as the operation manager. Okay, so we have all that put together as the component of the core competency of facility management. Another that shouldn't be taken overlooked is also business continuity and environmental stewardship and sustainability. Those are very key aspects of facility management. All right. Okay. So quickly, I would fashion the assignment for you all and please take it very seriously. Okay. In the next 5 minutes, I'll be doing that. All right. The roles and responsibility of the facility manager. I've already delved into that a little. Facility management responsible for effective and strategic planning. Yes, effective and strategic planning that simplifies day-to-day business operations, every operations of the organization, paying special attention to its infrastructure management. Now, the facility manager must be able to coordinate vendor management. Three aspects are very key: vendor management, contract, and client. Now, who is the vendor? The vendor are those who are responsible for uh, those who you buy things or to make purchases from. All equipment or components that are used in the operation of such company or organization. They are usually supplied or purchased from different companies. Let me use a typical example of energy servicing company and we use the operations here to explain this. An energy services company that is into EPCM or EPCI, that's engineering, construction, procurement, and installation. Those are those companies that when there is a project, when there is a facility, when an international company or a bigger company has or an IOC, international oil company, or even the local oil company have any project or facility they want to really run or manage, they won't do that with their staff. So they will develop some energy services. And these energy services will become, these IOCs, for instance, will become the client to the energy services company. Yeah. The energy services company might also involve some subcontractors or some other people to handle some tasks. Maybe metal fabrication, but there's going to be a civil part. There's going to be some other part, and this whole facility has been given to them to manage. They will still need to engage some other people to run some other things. So those ones become their contractors. Okay, then the vendors, they will need to purchase one or two things. They will need to purchase valves. They will need to run maintenance or manage the facility. They will need to purchase some pipe fitting. They will need to purchase maybe a compressor. These ones are not, the valves are not fabricated by this company. They will be bought by all the um, original equipment manufacturers. Okay, the OEMs, those are the people who manufacture equipment. Okay, they become vendors. So this energy sourcing company is now having to deal with their vendors. Also, the operation manager has to deal with manage vendors. Also, be to manage contracts, the contractors that they are engaging, and also they need to manage the clients who have given them the job to do. Okay, so a lot of this or a lot needs to be put in place to be able to manage this properly. Now, like I said, we have to ensure the most suitable work environment using best practices that reduces operational costs. Okay, so whatever activities that you are carrying out, you have to do that within a very reasonable cost. So you don't carry out a project to manage your facility and start incurring more cost than what is already budgeted or what is going to come in, for instance. That will mean if you're running at a loss or even when you don't make any profit at all, then that's not good business. So implementing the facility management software can reduce the workload of a facility manager. There are a lot of facility management software that are already being put in and that have been created that usually help in also um, estimating or calculating or prospecting or giving foresight of what could be or what could not be or what may not be rather and help in guiding a facility manager. All right. So reviewing the ground Ensuring proper maintenance of buildings or structures, ground and other commercial properties belonging to the business organization. After the ground building and ground maintenance. That's what it's all about. Okay. It also applies in every field. It applies in every field. For the training, for instance, you have to ensure that all offices, facilities are clean. This one is just even a corporate setting. In the oil and gas field, you see more of this. Then for the security aspect, ensure that what now the security of the employees, the property, the assets, well, the assets of assets cover all forms of property of the organization. So you ensure security of property. There's one that not included here. The security of property of the personnel, that's all employees, security of visitors, security of employer also. So you as a facility manager or even the owner of the organization or the organization, you have to also ensure your own security, ensure the security of the employees, then it's why the security of the property too. Wherever you have a property, they need to be what very secure. And finally, we also need to, or added to that, we also need to be careful with this very um, dangerous element, which is fire. Yeah. Fire can ruin any facility. I think recently many of us heard about the fire outbreak at the Accountant General office. I don't know how true that is, but I learned it was someone who went into the office and switched on one of the electronic devices, and from there the fire started, and he was unable to control fire. So what does that mean for a facility manager? You should need to also understand how to manage fire, how to ensure, not just how to prevent, not how to just fight fire alone, but how to even prevent fire from occurring. So it's both ways, preventive and both ways. Relatives. You also need to have such things in place. To have this is very okay. This can be an executive office or another company, but also in the field, the same thing apply. We should be able to manage things properly. Documentation is also very important. Keeping records, keeping records and data is also very important. And also in tender and contract management, when you're bidding for jobs, when you're trying to make offers for jobs, you should be able to also manage that properly. Right. Very quickly, I hope we can see this. These are the as before related challenges with this. So the number one question, check the assignment I'm going to submit it to engineer dot JPTS engineer ENGINEE double E arrow then EMMA dot JPTS dot JPTS at gmail.com engineer at gmail.com. Alright. Then um use this subject. The subject of your mail should be dash and your center. Your center. If you don't put your subject in this format as stated, you may there's a lot of mails will come in. You have to sort it using this. So if you don't use this format, you might lose your time. Your family may not see. Number one question is what is facility management? What is facility management? Number two question then is give the difference between strategic facility management and operational facility management. Give the difference between the differences between strategic, tactical management. Number three, I hope you see it clearly and increase responsibility so you can see clearly. Alright, you can take a screenshot of the assignment. You can take a screenshot. In our next class, I'll be sharing the materials that was the results and also giving some other study links. Please ensure you do these assignments. Number three there are the rules of the facility manager. Number four, give a comprehensive explanation of the term asset integrity. Asset integrity. Then, number five is what is NGT. This and explain the various types of NGT. What is NGT? Then also you have the extensively differentiate between the client-side facility manager and the supply-side facility manager. So, client-side facility manager and the supply-side facility manager. Then discuss on the following. Discuss on the following. Number one, strategy, plan, delivery, and review. So for the strategy, delivery, and review, okay, then do some research on that. I also uh, answer the question correctly. Then also discuss on contract management. Contract management. Figure three under that is outsourcing procedure. Discuss outsourcing procedure. Then figure four, type of maintenance. What are the types of maintenance? Then the next question after that is for you to explain or call the delivery profile matrix. There's a tabular illustration that goes with that. Leave that for before our next class. Um, take the first, taking the first assessment of strategy. What are the responsible selection of questions that lead to ultimate score of competence? Alright, we discussed that as a possible selection of questions lead to ultimate score of competence. So just twist it kind of to really understand